Hello everybody, how you all doing? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm just gonna do this video here now because of time constraints, and I'm just kind of falling back. So I'm trying to put my time together and try as much as I can, you know, because of the lockdown and the kids. Yeah, it's not been easy, let me just put it like that, and the schools are just half day, and so I just have a lot on my plate at the moment. And yeah, I'm gonna be able to do more live videos. And actually I was thinking about having a channel where I'll be talking about political things, and especially when it comes to the Biafra issue and all those kind of a thing. But I'm going to let you know about that when I finalize everything. But in this video, I want to quickly talk about the northern Nigerian school issues that is going on. So yeah, I feel that this thing is becoming so rampant, and we are seeing the government not really doing what we expect them to do, like go in there and stop this thing. And we saw a lot of people giving tacit support. Like I did a video, Sheikh Gumi, he was doing supporting them. And then also the issue of what is it called now? The governor of Zamfara, Mai Tawale or something like that. He was also giving them some kind of support and explaining why the banditry is going on. So I just want to address three important points that I feel is fueling this abduction. So the first and foremost is that it's a lucrative business. Like, it's becoming so lucrative. How can people go into schools, cut away people, and then the government will go and give them money? Like, how do they even achieve this feat? How many buses can they have? Okay, even if they have to make the children to walk, imagine the path that they have to take, you see. So that's why I'm thinking that something is really going on that we don't understand what it is. And for the most part, for the bandits or whatever they call them, it is a lucrative business. So they are doing this business now because it's very, very lucrative for them. So before I forget, if you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, subscribe, support this channel. And as always, I always say thank you so much. Thank you guys for supporting me and supporting this channel. So yeah, as I was saying, it is now a very lucrative business for people to come together and attack a school and get away with it. And when they are able to do this, because of course the lucrativeness is what is pushing them to go and do it. Then another thing I feel like is also pushing them is that it is very, very easy for them to achieve it, because the whole place is porous, everywhere is open, everybody is able to access the schools. And so before you know it, they have done something that and it is possible for them. Like I was saying, they will pack the children and be going, like going. I mean, this is an interesting thing that is going on here. We have a time where you can even use drone. Drone. You don't even have to physically follow the person. Like, you can use drone. I think the Nigerian military will have this capacity to see how they are going. Like, how can people be going with hundreds of children, hundreds of adults? Like, today we hear, like, how many villages, like how many regions we hear Kankara, we have, you hear just different names, Jangebe, you hear this one. Hey, good morning, my brother. Good morning. I'm so sorry I'm doing this video here now because I just have the time. And so that people can come on later and see the video. So that's why I decided to just do the live video because of time constraints. So, what I was saying is this boisterousness with which they are able to go in there and cut away the children. And now, northern Nigeria, not northwest, for the first time, northwest is at the epicenter. So we are seeing incidents going on in Zamfara and now Kaduna. So how many incidents have we had now? And El Rufai was saying they should not pay them, and now they are in his doorstep. And Sheikh Gumi, I think he's from Zamfara State, and now he's not saying anything. The governor of Zamfara is also giving some kind of support and understanding and playing it down and saying excuses and reasons why they should be negotiated with. Now you see, it is they are not saying anything again. So why is it possible for them to be carrying on this attack, and how is it possible that they are able to do it? So I will argue that the first thing that is pushing them is that, one, it is very lucrative. So when you are going to be doing something like this and government is going to come and negotiate with you and give you big money, so it's a big motivation. And number two, it is very possible for them to do it. Everywhere is porous. The schools are easy access for them. They don't have security. There are no protection. So it is very easy for them to go in there and do it, and then they already have good money because the government is going to come to them. And number three is also negotiation, that government is going to come and negotiate with them. You see, so they are not afraid because they feel that, so they have the children or whoever they have as hostage. It's not going to make the government to come hard on them. It's not going to, like, it's like some kind of human shield for them. So they know that, okay, as long as they have these people here, these children, women, teachers, whoever category they decide to descend upon, that the government is not going to come down hard on them because the government doesn't want um, too many casualties, and especially when it has to do with children. So they are exploiting all these things. And what has fueled all this? Why I decided really to do this video, because now everybody's talking about ESN. Oh, they are happy, for example, in the southeast. And I believe that this is something that they should look at. Look at what is going on in the north. All the people that gave you tacit support, now where are they? They cannot do anything because it's like these people, they have figured a way to hold the government on their balls, because when they are able to go in, however that is possible for them, and they're able to get so many number of people at the same time. Like the one that happened on Monday was a Federal College of Mechanized Agriculture. So it's like a polytechnic or like a university, that category. And they were able to go with over 200 students, and the army was able to go after them immediately because I heard the location of that school is not very far from the NDA, so it was very easy to alert the military, and they were able to go after them, and they were able to rescue about 170, and they still have more than 30 in their custody. So what is fueling this thing now? Because now, since they have it with them, you cannot just go there and bombard that place, because the parents, of course, they are looking forward to have their word back. And so these people have, not only that they have the hostage they are going to use as human shield, they are also protected. And again, it is money, it's business. Money is going to come, and huge money, big money, millions, 500 million, like big money that we are talking about. So all this thing is going on in the north right now. All the schools in the north are closed because of fear, and everything is going on. We're talking about a region that is already educationally disadvantaged. So how much more disadvantaged can it get? And at the end of the day, who is going to suffer the overall consequences is also the rest of the country. And that one aside, I'm also looking at it right now. We are seeing how this whole thing started, repeating itself with all this talk of all this ESN now, because this is a lawlessness that everybody wants to support for whatever reason. Everybody wants to support lawlessness. So I'm just trying to make this correlation that be careful when you are supporting lawlessness, because when you are having some kind of sentiment, whatever the reason, yes, okay, this or that, and then you because of what you think you can gain right now, you forget that this thing can it's like a wildfire. You don't know how far it's going to go. Like right now, imagine all the schools in the north are closed. So imagine that there is nothing going on. Schools are supposed to be open, but the schools are closed. So you're talking about a region that is already educationally backward, and then they are not now more backward. And who is going to reap the ripple effect of all these things that is going on now? It's still the same people that were having sympathy when this whole thing started. Whatever the reason why they are having the sympathy, that is why we are. I would advocate that everybody should be looking at what is going on and make some kind of commitment in their heart that I'm not going to be a party to somebody that will make something like this that is going on in the north to repeat itself, because now small like this it dey start. Now small like this it dey start, because once it starts and people begin to take laws into their hand, then you have warlords, everybody will partition their own territory. Where will it end? Who is going to suffer it? It's still the people. As we are talking now, everybody that is in government, all their children are still safe. Who is suffering it? Is all still normal, ordinary people. Hey, Joy Okafor, I greet you. Still ordinary, normal people that are still suffering it now. But at the end of the day, it is still those ordinary people that they normally will whip up the sentiment and say, oh, support this, support it, look at what they are doing, day. And before you know it, you will be supporting something that you don't even know where it's coming from, where it is going to. So now, so many people, so many families, so many livelihood, like you can't even begin to count the losses. But the people that initiated all these things, all these people who wanted the political power, whatever reason, like I always see this thing as politics. All those people that initiated this thing, they are still enjoying, they are not in danger, their families are safe. And who are those suffering it? Those ones on the grassroots, normal, ordinary people who will be whipped up very quickly on the sentiment of region, of religion, of ethnicity, of wanting or the of tribe, or anything that they want to use. They will use it to push your sentiment, and you will be on the street for what you don't know. Look at it now. Look at it. Even today, they said a primary school. Was it yesterday? Primary school, and then at some point they said some of the primary school students escaped. Like, you can see how the whole thing is going. Like, okay, they will arrest, they will get them, and then they will escape, and all those kind of a thing. So somebody is playing games here. Somebody is playing very dangerous game, and with all this gain and all the people who stand to gain the money, who are the bandits who are getting the money, who are getting the exchange, who are being negotiated with, because of course when something like this happens, they get attention, and it is attention that they need, and they get money, and it is money that they need, and so they are benefiting from it. But at the end of the day, it's no, like they say, when two elephant is fighting, who is suffering it is the grasshopper. So I just want to use this video to make advocacy for our people in the Southeast, that don't allow whatever you think is going on with all this ESN and with all this lawlessness to take root. Because if it's taking root, you are going to suffer it. You and your families, your children, your husbands, your wives, it is your schools that will be closed. It's your hospitals that will be inaccessible. It is your market that you can no longer go as usual. So my people, this is just, I mean, this is how I'm looking at the whole thing now, because I don't understand how something like this will be going on, how a school will be invaded and more than 300 people, like, I don't know. I'm beginning to imagine it. Okay, like how many buses can they take? Okay, if they have to walk, how fast can they walk? And how many kilometers are they walking before they are able to find it out? You see? Yeah, thank you. They don't have conscience. So somebody is like, for example, little children. How fast can they go? These are things that are supposed to be arrested and taken care of. But because of all this bias sentiment, they are making excuses for them. So now the whole thing is getting out of hand. You don't hear from Gumi again. You don't hear from the governor of Zamfara again. You don't even El Rufai, the governor of Kaduna. even though he has already at some point said he paid them money to stop attacking people and all those kind of things, now he's quiet. He cannot say anything again because they are the one that sympathized with this thing and gave it that boost, and now the whole region is on fire. Hey, good evening, Jerome. I greet you. It's been a while. So who is suffering it now? Who is suffering it? Who is suffering it? The ordinary people. El Rufai and his family are safe. Some of them are in London. They are all protected. They have military and whatever. Who is suffering it now? Ordinary people. Ordinary people. So, and who are the people that they are going to be using to support all this thing when it is starting? It's still the ordinary people, because ordinary people don't look beyond here, and so they know how to whip their sentiment up and support all this thing until it begins to hit back at them. So even the food scarcity that happened because of all these things, the closure or the food boycott is still not finished in the southeast. They are still suffering from it. If you have 5,000 naira, for example, you are barely able to buy anything according to reports that people are giving. You know, yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, for the north, it's normalized, but for the south, what can they do? What can they learn? What can they learn? Because right now, everybody is clapping for different kind of lawlessness. Everybody is clapping, yeah, 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 yeah. That's it. We want to do. You cannot deal with this kind of thing with another set of lawless people who are covering their face. You don't know who they are. They have no name. They don't have any registry. Like you want to repeat the same thing in the name of, say, you want to protect. People you don't know who they are, and people who are acting on their own, and they have guns and they can do whatever they want to do, and they have nobody that they are accountable to, and you want to unleash this kind of thing on your region for whatever sentiment. And tomorrow they will go to a school in Owerri, they will go to school in Aba, they will go to school in Asaba. I just want people to realize what they are enabling right now. you know yeah, yeah, I know, but because people are not making the connection yet. People are not making the connection. You are right when you say bad ideas spread. It's true. Bad ideas spread truly, because, for example, even all this thing we are talking about, where did it start? It started from the Niger Delta, and when it started with the Niger Delta, it was about white people, and everybody was like, as long as it was white people, then white people all escaped. The thing quickly turned around on the people themselves that were just being nonchalant and say, oh, it's just those white people. Before it became our own issue again. It became an issue of the people in the south there, and before you know it, everything has gotten out of control. Every corner, like even this one we are talking about, herdsmen. Like, I have so many videos people have sent to me of people who they have caught, in different parts of the south there, who are the one actually perpetrating all this evil that we are seeing. You understand me? So now, these mass abductions and then closure of schools. Think about it, like the bigger ramifications when schools are closed on endlessly. You don't know when they are going to reopen, because you don't know how far this whole carnage will go. You don't know when the government will have this in control. For example, how many years? Are we talking about a year? Are we talking about 2 years? How long? And then you're looking at a region that has challenges when it comes to education, and now the schools are closed, and you have a high population and all these things. So if this kind of thing will happen in the east again, and so you have schools that are closed, you don't have things going normally again, who is going to be suffering it? You see? So I think that it's important that we look beyond the surface and look at what is going on again, and see why this fire is raging. It's because of the support they got, this rural grassroots support that they were giving from the locals, from the elites. The kind of that support just kind of enables it, and it just kind of blows out of proportion, and now you don't know how far it's gonna go. you know. Yeah, of course. Of course. You know. Thank you. Thank you. Still my flowers from Mother's Day. So yeah, my people, yeah, as I was telling you guys, it's been very difficult putting doing this my video stuff because the lockdown is still persisting, and the schools are running half, like 2.5 hours, and so I have to still be taking care of the children and all those kind of a thing. And we don't know how far it's going to go. They said maybe after Easter, or that maybe we'll go back to normal, but I don't know. So yeah, that's why I just kind of had some time, and I decided to come and do the video here now, because I feel that this is something that we need to point out to, because I see a lot of people saying, yes, what is going on? We are going to deal with them with this ESM, but ESM is even another version of it, if you may, because who is who is ESN? Who are they? You don't know them. Who are they? You don't have any registry who these people are. You don't know their names. You don't know where they come from. You don't know. Okay, like if they find somebody, are they going to arrest the person? Are they going to take the person to the police? What are they going to do with the person? You see, huh? Yeah, so everything is just about on the verge of falling apart, so I'm just trying to point to our Southeast people that, even though things are really difficult, things are bad, don't allow your sentiment to push you to support something that will make it extremely worse, extremely worse, extremely worse, extremely worse. Meanwhile, we'll continue to look at how the government is going to address this thing. Are they going to be finally bold enough, to go in there and nip it in the bud regardless? Will they do it? So this is something we have to be looking at, how they do it. So because it's somehow far away, you can be looking at it and saying finger crossed. So while you're looking at it, try not to allow something like that to be embedded in your own region. Try to protect your own region. And I'm talking to our brothers in the Southwest too, because they are actually closer, So we have all this weeping of people who are say crying and saying this different kind of thing, So at the end of the day, you have to realize that you don't want whatever is going on in the north now. This is definitely not what you want. So how do you want to stop that, what is going on in the north? You have to understand how it started, how it blossomed, and stop the grooming from now, so that in the end it doesn't blossom out, you see. So my people, this is really what I wanted to say. I know it's late. I really appreciate every one of you who joined, and I also appreciate if you click the like button and subscribe to my channel if you're here to do so. Yeah, I think I will just leave it here because I don't want to talk too much. I don't want the video to be too long. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Like our brother is saying, all of these paramilitary groups operate outside the law. They can do what they want, and we are helpless to do anything about it. Exactly, exactly. In fact, I have an audio that somebody sent to me that members of this IPOB people were threatening people who don't accept them, and they said that this year is the year of house cleansing. That they are going to be cleansing the house. In fact, I'm going to do that video separately tomorrow. Or yeah, and they are saying that they are cleansing the house. And what do they mean by cleansing the house? Cleansing the house is taking out and taking the life of everybody that do not believe in them, that do not accept their Messiah. And this is like one of the steps that they say that it will grant them Biafra. And you begin to wonder, like, what is actually going on? And a lot of people are thinking that they are enabling this thing to stop lawlessness, not knowing that they are actually giving the lawlessness boost, contributing money for the lawlessness. like really. And in that audio they said that in a Ebonyi state that they have already killed so many people already. Like they were saying it. It's not even that hearsay. And yeah, I've also had videos where they have said very horrible things, like that they open the ground and pull somebody that is still alive. Like they say, like this is confessions of those people who came out, and they say, like, if you don't want to be with them anymore, you can't. Your life is not even guaranteed. Like you can't just wake up and leave them. So many things is going on, and this is something that nobody wants. Really, this is really something that nobody wants. But I'm going to do that video by the grace of God tomorrow. I'll play some of those audios, and I really hope that it's going to be okay with YouTube. So, because the kind of things that are saying in that audio, like, is really, like, you begin to wonder, like, who is going to be safe. It's going to be like, okay, I don't agree with you, maybe you are owing me, maybe I don't want you to have anything to do with my family. Like, how far can it go? So all in all, people are inviting anarchy in the name of protection, in the name of fighting for their own, in the name of standing on with their own. But at the end of the day, it's going to backfire. Like, just like you said, bad ideas spread very quickly. So it's going to spread, because when government is paying them money, it becomes very lucrative. Of course, everybody wants to cash in. And when they have the hostages, of course, government doesn't want to go in and bombard them, because, of course, government doesn't want too many casualties. Of course, they continue to win. And then, because of the porous natures of all the schools and all the, lack of fence, lack of proper buildings, it's very, very easy for them to get at their target. So, how far can this go? We don't know. We don't know. So it's something that we just have to continue to observe. And then, by the grace of God, we hope that at the end of the day, the president will just have to do something. He will just have to do something. He just have to do something. Yeah. So, my people, I thank you all again, once again, and I wish you a very good evening. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're yet to do so, and also hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. And I'll see you guys in another video. Bye for now. Bye.